Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Welcome back. Welcome to. My name is Joe Josh. I go by iChart Daily. Today is April 2nd, 2025. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you a window to my thought process on what potentially is happening on Bitcoin on the short and midterm. This is not financial advice. Once again, this is for educational purposes only. I have been doing technical analysis for about 17, 18 years, invested and trading crypto for about 11, 12 years, and I'm trying to regurgitate all of this information to you in about a 10, 20-minute video. So the reason why I'm going fast and I'm making this video is because we are on the horizon of a nice little pump. Let me break it down. I always start with a longer time frame, monthly. What am I seeing? Yes, volume's coming down, but we haven't death cross. Yes, we came down, but we formed a higher low to the most recent swing low here, showing me that we have room to grow and still form a lower high, let's just say somewhere over here. If we do this, then we have at least, what, like 1, 2, 3 months of growth? Yes, could be a lower high, could be another higher high or same high, right? I don't know that. I do know that if we do go up, we could potentially retest the 106 to the 107. I'll go into that again. Or if we do the fib, it brings us to the 115, 120. Yes, we are making a lower high on the RSI, but we did make a higher high on the swing on the MACD, showing me that yes, you are getting hit in bearish, right? Price is going up, RSI going down, but you're not getting double bearish confluence. So with that being said, I do think we could potentially come back up. The reason why I say that is long-term trends predict short-term outcomes, and if the monthly looks like we have room to grow, then that will ripple into the weekly. Weekly, we did go into, we went into this little bounce area here. You could see swing high, swing low. We went to the 45, bounced up. Swing high, swing low. We went to the 44, bounced up. Yes, this also looks like like a head and shoulders, and yes, potentially we could break the 50, but as of right now we haven't. As of right now, we have come down, went up, retested, came down, made a higher low, and we have now broken back into section A. What am I seeing? We have room to grow to at least be rejected by the by the moving average, the same way we got rejected here and here. So I'm not saying we're off to the races, full-blown bull market yet. What I'm saying is there's room to grow on the weekly, especially since the monthly is telling me we have room to grow. Right now, when I zoom down to the daily, the 2-day, and the 3-day, what am I seeing? First things first, my people come first. I go to the price chart. Price chart, what I was saying was we were looking to see if we were going to get a low, lower low, and a higher low. What that is this is an inverse head and shoulders, which helps me understand that we're now having a higher probability of breaking this downtrend resistance line. The downtrend resistance line will probably be broken when the 2-day, the 3-day, and the 4-day confirm that the trend is changing. When do I change trend lines? When the MACD changes. The MACD is a momentum indicator, so trend lines go with trend indicators. You can see here on the 3-day, the RSI was below the moving average on the way down. We have been bearish since here, 107,000, when we went below the moving average and below the 70 line and death crossed here. We are officially on the cusp of a golden cross. We're still in section B of the MACD. We are still below the 0 line, showing me that yes, we could pump up, but we're not going to break the swing high of 95.2 to potentially 98.5 until we break the 0 line on the 3-day. You can see here bullish market structure on the RSI. RSI was below, broke above, came back down, and now use the moving average as resistance. The most important thing is the 50 line. If we break the 50 line, we are breaking the 21-day moving average and this resistance level of this wick here of about 88.9. I go to the 2-day. The 2-day has been golden crossed since the 20th of March. We have officially been staying above the RSI since the 20th of March. If you remember my 2-day video, the most important short-term, mid-term trend is the 2-day. Why? Because once you have a golden cross and your RSI is above the 50 line, it is the start to a short-term bull run. Bull run meaning higher lows, higher highs. Higher lows, higher highs means 76 to 88 to 80. 291, 283, 295. Now, if you remember me saying us retesting these numbers here, why would I say that? Well, if you remember the trend all the way from, let's just say, November 2024, we were using the 91,000 as resistance, and we were using the 100 to your greed level of 107 as, sorry, this was support, and then this was resistance up here. So with that being said, the most important level, once we do break this moving averages here, is do we come back to the 90,008 to the 93.8. The reason why I say that is you can see the candles here and your wicks here lining up with your support here and your support here. So this is a key level right here, right? Do we break the moving average, go up and see resistance to the 91.5, then use the moving averages as support? While this happens, your 2-day, 3-day, 4-day, and 5-day continue showing bullish divergence, showing us that we could have a break to the upside. If that plays out, and if we do break this level here, and if we come back into the trend that was the trend here, what usually happens is you have a high probability of using resistance that was resistance in the past. So once again, we do something like this, we do something like this, we do something like this, we do something like this. This is an ascending triangle that is bullish, which confluences with your 2, 3, 4-day showing bullish signs. If you break the 91,000, you have a measured move, which takes you to the resistance level that was resistance in the past of the 101, 144. Love you guys. That's the video. It's not the video. I'm joking. But I did hypothetically open up a Bing X account. I have hypothetically funded the account with some little bit of funds. I am going to start making some trading videos explaining the moves. Not right now. So just to give you a little insight, what I'm watching, what am I sending alerts at? Daily. The daily has been on an uptrend, right? We have been making higher lows, higher highs. We just made the higher high to the 52.15. I'm curious if we come back and stay in section A. So once again, things go up and down, but the most important thing is, are you making higher highs, lower highs, right, etc., etc. So step one, we are above the moving average. We're above the section A. I'm going to set an alert here as like my line in the sand to check. God forbid we were to break down. Things are popping off, baby. Yeah, we look good. We look good. When the next thing to break up is the daily MACD. I want to see it break the zero line. If it breaks the zero line, your most recent high from the swing, right? So golden cross to death cross. This swing here, your most recent high is here of the 88.731. Once the MACD on this time frame breaks the zero line, you're breaking this high. I'm then going to be watching the daily, because now that you're in section A, you have room to grow until you're extremely overbought, right? Your stochastic indicator has golden cross March 31st. It's a faster RSI in a nutshell. And it's pointing up. Everything is pointing to the upside, while your long-term trend, meaning your 3, 4, 5, and weekly, are also forming that bottom, right? Yeah, there is a ton of room to grow. So with that being said, I wanted to keep it short and sweet. If you can see, I have an alert here at the 88,690. Once we break that, I know we're breaking this major selling pressure, and you have more room to grow till you're 90,006. Let's just say 90,654 to this level here of the 91.6 to the 92, whatever. That's it, folks. Love you. Appreciate the support. Is there anything else? Yes. Right click on the 3-day. It's literally happening now. See, there's so much I need to explain to you guys. So you can't wait for the golden cross to happen because you're in the golden cross. These are trailing indicators, right? So the move is literally happening now. And then when your next candle prints in the next day in 7 hours, it's already too late. You're already at 88,000 to 91,000. But I would set an alert at the 3-day breaking the 50, right click, add an alert on your MACD crossing the signal line. On the 2-day, I would set an alert at the, let's just say, negative 800. There's still a ton of room to grow for it to break its 50 line, its 0 line, excuse me. I would set an alert at like the 5146 right above to make sure that we are now in section A on the 2-day. Once you're in section A on the 2-day, then the 3-day, then the 4-day, then the bot turns from caution symbols to clock symbols, which mean you're now more bullish. And if you were to have a consolidation, they're consolidations and not crashes. Okay, a crash is when you go from 109 down to a 91, but you have a huge pump back to 99, but you make a lower low. You have a huge pump from 78 to 94, but you make a lower low. Now we went from 75 to 88 and came down and made our first higher low. So I would like to see a higher high. That's the video. Love you guys. Comments, questions, concerns, leave it in the comments section. Love you. Enjoy. Not financial advice. If you're opening up a long, make sure it's like a 7, 8, 9x leverage because your liquidation price is going to be below your most recent swing low of 80,000, meaning like 79, 78, 76,000, somewhere over here. Well, I don't think, once again, not financial advice, I don't think we retest to 79 and below as of right now. Enjoy the day.